So that's quite a lawsuit there. Imagine losing a lawsuit like that, but they can't get blood from a stone now, can they? Oh no. You can always go bankrupt on a liability like that, right? Wrong. One of the exclusions from discharge under U.S. Code Title 11, Section 523 is any debt for death or personal injury caused by the debtor's operation of a motor vehicle, vessel, or aircraft, if such operation was unlawful because the debtor was intoxicated from using alcohol, a drug, or another substance. Notice that it says death or personal injury and speaks nothing about the property damage. It says nothing about the person who provided the alcohol to the debtor. It says nothing about the person who loaned a vehicle to the debtor. But notice where it says, if such operation was unlawful because the debtor was intoxicated from using alcohol. The threshold there is unlawful, and the blood alcohol level, if you're under 21, is a lot less. And in many states, if you've had a prior within so many years, then the blood alcohol level threshold is less. And it says here, if such operation was unlawful because the debtor was intoxicated from using alcohol. Not giving you legal advice, just telling you what the text of the statute says. So that's good to know. It's another reason never to get behind the wheel if you're in no shape to drive, and maybe some persons will make a better choice at closing time because of that part of the bankruptcy law. It's also important to know if you should ever happen to have a family member who is injured or killed in a DWI crash. And here's why. Under the financial responsibility law, depending on what the state is, maybe they can't get their license back until after they've paid off that claim. Now, you can't get blood from a stone. They'll never be able to pay it off, and that may mean that they can never get their driver's license back until they settle that claim with you, and you're not going to settle for anything less than the full award. So they get out of prison, and they have this $5 million judgment against them, and they'll never be able to pay it off, and that means they never get their license back. Sometimes the family members put a thing on a website there to raise money, raise donations to pay for the funeral expenses. You may be able to use the same idea to raise money for a lawsuit that seems like a waste of time because the debtor has no funds with which to pay it and the debtor is in prison. But you can raise the money to sue the drunk driver just so the drunk driver will not be able to get relicensed after getting out. And you want them to get the maximum. This is one way to add a little more.